I remember it was about 3 years ago, and I met a client for the very first time, and I believe it was about maybe her first or second visit. I can't remember, but I just remember it was early on with her coming to me to get her hair done, and she was probably like a true 4C. Very kinky and coily, almost pretty much zigzag pattern texture. And I remember just thinking in my head, like, wow, her hair is amazing. How full it was, how thick it was, how dense it was. It was very dark. It was just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful hair. And I remember, I forget what style we were doing at the time, but I just remember while I was detangling it and about to proceed with the style, I was just like, your hair is so beautiful. And she was like, nobody has ever told me that, ever. No other hairstylist. And I think that she could genuinely tell, like, I was being honest with her and telling her my true feelings, not just trying to, like, oh yeah, let me just say something to encourage her or whatever. Like, no, it was a genuine compliment to her hair. And she was just like, yeah, everybody that I've been to before always wanted to alter it, relax it, do some other kind of style with it or change the texture of it. And she was like, thank you, because nobody ever said anything to me like that before. And I think it was in that moment that I truly, truly thought about curlism, even nowadays, where more you would think more textures and curl patterns would be appreciated, even within the natural hair community. And so that's what kind of inspired this video today. Hey y'all, what's going on? It's your girl Anya Sample, also known as Anya Styles on Instagram and Facebook. And as you obviously know, I do natural hair all day, every day, pretty much for the last 10 years. And one of the things that I have noticed, as you can tell by the title of this video, is called curlism. And so curlism, it's not necessarily like a real, thing or theory or whatever, but just something that I've noticed over the last pretty much years. I would say within the last 4 years specifically, but I've kind of noticed it but haven't seen it as in my face since fairly recently. But I just wanted to talk about it with you all, just because I feel like I can offer some type of insight to it, but also I feel like as a hairstylist, one of the things that I hold as a privilege is helping women obviously feel better about themselves, right? So yeah, you can come in and get a hairstyle from me. I never see you again, but as a hairstylist, I'm definitely interested in more of the development as a woman, younger or older, and being able to kind of allow that particular woman to see themselves how they were created to be, and which is a treasure. And so with that, I just want to get into what I believe curlism is and why you should care. And so basically I kind of define curlism, also kind of how we talk about colorism sometimes. It can get pretty complex with colorism, right? You have the whole kind of light versus dark skin, and kind of get into the light is better or dark is better, or different stigmas or stereotypes that come with light versus dark skin. And obviously that has history as well. And I'm not trying to get too deep, talking about slavery and all that kind of stuff, even though I definitely think it plays a part in it. But I want to talk about that in the curly hair world. So over the last 10 years, obviously, the natural hair movement and the natural hair industry is booming, right? So many careers, entrepreneurs like myself, hair product lines, everyday women have been able, and men, excuse me, have been able to thrive because of the leaps and bounds we have taken in the natural hair communities. We have definitely explored way more self-exploration, way more pride in who we are as women and men of color, and also what that means with our hair. But one of the things I want to talk about today is that behind the chair, I have noticed different things and different things being said, and even online, as I kind of scroll and look through different bloggers or look through different posts, hair pages that celebrate natural hair and different curl patterns. But one of the things that I kind of have noticed is that sometimes, not all the time, sometimes women who have tighter curl patterns, whether it's 4C or anywhere in the fours, and sometimes even in the threes, can desire or want to desire a looser texture, right? And the thing about it is, I don't think it's anything wrong with you wanting to have a different look or show your curls off in a different way. But I think somewhere in the line there has to be some room for self-acceptance and pride in exactly who you are and how you were created, right? And so with that, I personally have had clients or even people that I've seen online where they may gravitate, to a certain style or a certain person on YouTube, a blogger, an influencer who has, hair goals, right? We hear hair goals all the time, and if I could just get my hair like hers, if I could just get my, curls look like that, or as moisturized as this and whatever. And not saying anything is wrong with that, but I think sometimes we can have unrealistic expectations of our hair and what it can do. And so I believe that some of that comes with just knowing who you are, and also teaming up with a really good stylist to help you know and to really truly see all what your hair can do. One of the things that I believe that is a part of the problem is sometimes what is being represented to us. Whether it's curly hair advertisements, commercials, bloggers, and things like that. Sometimes I feel like textures that are more curly or coily, or even have a zigzag pattern, sometimes I don't feel like they're represented as much as looser textures are. And me personally, obviously my hair is straight right now, but for the longest time I've worn my own curls, done plenty of beautiful styles and I really felt confident in the styles that I had. But I can truly say that a lot of the times when I would go online or would look at different things on YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, a lot of the styles that I would see would not have my curl pattern. Or if I'm in the store, I see commercials online or different things being advertised to, everyday women like yourselves, they wouldn't look like most of my clients. And I get a lot of, new clients on a monthly basis. And I think a part of that is because of, one, people can see my passion for hair, but also I try to show textures that aren't being as glorified and worshipped online. And I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to throw shade to wavy or curly or spiral, kind of wavier textures, because I'm not. I believe that all, curls and textures are beautiful. However, I do have a problem when I do feel like some of it is unrepresented, or it is causing different women to feel a certain type of way about themselves. So one of the ways that I kind of feel like things can kind of move toward a better place. If you watching right now online, if you have, a tighter texture, or if you have a wavier texture, because believe it or not, I think sometimes, and I, can attest to that being a stylist behind the chair, that most of the time I have clients who always want the opposite of what they have. So they could have, wavy, curly hair, people actually out here buying bundles that look just like their hair, and they'll have something negative to say about their hair. Whether it's something on a maintenance level, I just feel like it's not dry enough, I don't know what to do with it. Or it could be, I just wish my hair had more volume, right? I wish it could do this, I wish it could do that. And naturally, most of the stuff they want their hair to do, it can't. Not in a natural way. And when I say natural way, meaning like you don't wake up like that, right? Or if you step out of the shower and, your hair just got shampooed or washed, like it naturally doesn't look like that, right? That's what I mean when I say a natural way. And then I have opposites, right? Where I have more tighter curls or kinkier curl patterns, and then they want to be looser. And one of the things I try to do is encourage my clients, no matter what spectrum they're on, that what you have is awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like whether, now we can get into, I'm not talking about if your hair is damaged or, you know, you have excessive challenges going on with your hair or like medical issues. That's a whole nother ball game. But I'm talking about your hair in its state is at its optimal health. It's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And so I just want to start kind of encouraging a conversation or even just the thought of you ladies that follow me or may engage with me from time to time, whether you came to me once, twice, you come every 2 weeks, whatever it is. I just kind of want to put it in your head that you are your own definition of beauty. And I know we talk about that a lot in society, and I think nowadays we are kind of amping it up more, you know, with the black girl magic and her and she is this, you know, all these different wonderful, beautiful movements we have going on, and I think it's awesome. But I can say being a stylist behind the chair is something that I wanted to address and talk about, and how we can kind of move forward in a better way without desiring what somebody else, or sometimes even you may have a goal in your head for your hair, like I want my hair to look just like this, right? And sometimes what I've seen online sometimes is people may be drawn to this certain look or certain curl pattern, moisture level, you know, all these different things, and when they get there they can only do this one thing with their hair. And I'm not saying necessarily it's a bad thing, but I know based on my demographic of clients that I've been doing for years, y'all like to switch it up. You know what I mean? Like from time to time. And not saying that you can't, but what I have noticed is that most of the time the looks most people are desiring is overly conditioned hair or like borderline like Jerry curl kind of look. And I just wanted to say, like, if you don't have that hair texture, that does not mean your hair is unhealthy. And that could be a whole other video in itself of what is healthy hair and what does that look like. But I truly believe that's relative to you and your own personal texture. And so, with all that being said, I just wanted to say that your hair is beautiful the way that it grows out of your scalp, no matter how much curl or not curly it is. And I also wanted to say that you are your own definition of beauty. So I don't mean to come on sounding like, you know, okay, oh yeah, I hear all that, but whatever, because when I go to work or when I look on Instagram or when I look on YouTube, whatever, that doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just really, really want to encourage all of you ladies watching this video that you are beautiful. You are your own standard of beauty, and it's relative to you. So don't go out here, you know, being influenced by all of these sources, magazines, the videos, YouTube, all sort of stuff to cloud your judgment about how you were created. And how you were created was in an amazing way, and it does not take away from your value or your worth or who you are. So I hope this video was helpful, and feel free to share it with anyone you may know who's like struggling with their hair or their natural hair care journey, or just self-acceptance period on how their hair was made and how it is, because trust me, it's somebody out here who wants what you have. So y'all have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Also, I don't know if you noticed the short shirt I was wearing. It says your favorite curl bay. And these are my shirts. And honestly, it was inspired based on a lot of things that I talked about in this video today. Because you are your own definition of beauty. And so like I said, somebody out here, you'd be surprised, wants what you have or wish their hair could do what your hair did. And so therefore, I'm your favorite curl bay. So I have this on, even though my hair isn't curly right now, but I'm your favorite curl bay because I do all y'all curls. But if you would like to purchase, feel free to go to my website, anyestyles.com and go under the Curl Bay apparel section, and you'll be able to find more than just sweatshirts there, but anything Curl Bay related. So, see you soon.